Hello, curious people. So, I am filming today's video with my bald little head here. Is that straight hair? Nah, wasn't attached. Alright, so this video is going to be about my hair loss and how that's been and what that's looked like for me. To really get the full story, I have to go back to the very, very, very beginning when I was first diagnosed. My oncologist told me the chemo I would be doing, 100% I will lose my hair. 100% of patients lose their hair, so just be prepared for that. And then I was like, okay, cool, yeah, whatever. I don't really think it's gonna be that big of a deal for me to be bald, whatever. I did have a few things I wanted to do to make the transition easier for myself. So the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to do my favorite hairstyle that I've ever had, because I wanted to really enjoy my hair while I had it. So my favorite hairstyle I've ever had was a asymmetrical bob. One side is shorter and one side is longer, and it's blue and green. I've had that in the past, and I really wanted it again before I shaved my head. This was really big for me to do because I literally just achieved 1 year without coloring my hair, which is really an unnatural feeling for me because I've always colored my hair every couple of months. I am a hairstylist. I am in the world of beauty every day of my life. It's ingrained in my being, so that was a huge feat for me. My hair was getting longer and healthier and all of these things, and then I bleach it and dye it. So that was step one of my hair journey. Pretty much just saying fuck it, letting go of the control and the idea that I was working towards something with my hair, which was something I was doing for the last year. After I bleached it and colored it blue, I had that for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. I think I went in my one of my surgeries with it. I know one of my surgeries I had my natural hair, and the other one I had the blue hair. So I think my port I had the blue hair, and then my biopsy I had the natural hair, because with the biopsy we still didn't know if I had cancer or not. So I had that blue hair for about a month and a half, and then I had finished almost 2 rounds, so like a round and a half of chemo, so 3 treatments, and I started noticing some hair loss. It was not like huge clumps, and I didn't have bald spots, but I noticed some thinning, which scared me really more than I thought it would. It scared me because I couldn't stop thinking that I would wake up one day and that all my hair would be on the pillow, or I would brush my hair and things would just be falling out. So I remember asking my mom and friends and family if I should cut my hair. They said no, wait, let it fall out a little bit more. My mom's like, maybe you won't lose your hair at all. She was very, very optimistic, and I appreciated it, but also made me upset because I knew that I was going into this with a second condition with myself, and I don't think I voiced it to many people yet, but my first condition was I was going to appreciate my hair while I had it, so I did color it blue, cut it into the bob. My second condition to myself was I was going to shave it before it all started falling out. I wanted to be in control of when I was going to be bald, because I didn't want to be bald and it be such a negative, traumatic thing because my hair is falling out and it's on my pillow and it's in my brush and I can't shampoo it and all these things. I didn't want to start associating my hair with such a negative thing. I wanted to be able to just be like, okay, it's time. This is just a step towards healing, is how I wanted to view it and how I wanted to have that relationship. So I actually did a poll on Instagram, I think a week, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks before or after I initially started getting some hair loss. I completed my first 2 rounds of chemo, and I had my first scan. Now, this was a huge turning point for me because statistically and everything I read up to this point said that I should be cancer-free because I was only stage 2. abvd, which is the chemo I'm doing, is really successful, and I am going to be cancer-free after 4 treatments, and then we'll just finish out 4 more treatments just to clean it up or to make sure all the cells are dead, and then I'm good to go. Like, this is what my oncologist pretty much told me was going to happen. This is what I was expecting. That is not what happened. So I get my first scan, and this is around the holiday time. I get the results that I still had cancer. I shaved my head. And the reason why I think the combination between the Instagram poll saying, yeah, shave your head, blah, 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 and getting the news that my journey was going to be even longer really pushed me to just shave it, even though I was not losing it in an excessive amount. I knew that even if it only fell out a little bit like this every time I touched it or every time I washed it or when I brushed it, that eventually I am going to be bald because I'm so much further from the end because I'm still battling cancer, right? So I shaved it, and I had still a lot of hair on my head at the time. I felt very liberated, but which is cliche, but I also felt like I was finally accepting that I had cancer, that I was dealing with this, that this was happening. A lot of people who are close to me know that I have such a strong sense of independence that I don't let people do things for me, or I don't let people see that I am weak. I don't often take time off of work or put myself in a position that I have to rely on people. So when I first got my diagnosis, I went into it with the idea that I couldn't do anything, but I wasn't going to let anybody know that. I had a fear that I would be really vulnerable. I wouldn't be able to work. I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. I wouldn't be able to continue providing this independence that I've built for myself. So I finally let myself be weak. I finally let myself have cancer. Because I looked like I had cancer, or at least the typical look, you know, no hair on the head, blah, 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 kind of sick, whatever. I had a couple of hours of feeling really changed and feeling like I was accepting things. And then the first couple of weeks, I was very empowered. People were telling me how good it looked. I felt freed because I have really curly hair my entire life, really coarse, unmanageable hair. The only way I ever really styled it was straightening it. So every day I would have to style this mop on my head to walk out the door. And I no longer had to do that. no longer had to take this extra step into getting myself ready, which was very comforting because I was losing energy and motivation and drive to even care what I look like, and I still have very low drive to care what I look like. I put on makeup and that's about it. But it's nice. It's nice to be able to have this more low maintenance feeling. So yeah, that was kind of where my mind was at. I still have a bunch of hair, honestly. Like, it's not super bald. I have some increased balding here and typical signs, but I have a lot of hair still in my head. It's thin. I've probably lost about 50%, but not 100%. I have lost 100% of my armpit hair, which I didn't have much anyway. I never really had a lot of armpit hair, so that's not that big of a deal. 100% of my leg hair is pretty much gone. There's a few areas on my shins that it still comes in. A few areas on my kneecaps still come in a little bit, and I think that's it on my legs. I do not have any pubic hair anymore. I don't know if that's a TMI, but I think 3 months in, I shaved one day and it literally just hasn't come back at all. That's cool. Let's see what else is new or has happened with the hair journey. It hurts. That's something I didn't know or I didn't expect. My scalp hurts when you touch it. It hurts in the way, like, ladies might get this, but if you've worn your hair up for a long time and you finally take down that kind of like that throb, and that it hurts, but you want to touch it, you want to get that stimulation back in that area because it feels good also. And that's what it feels like, because I think it's because I don't brush it. So my scalp isn't getting any stimulation. I went through this phase in the beginning where I forgot that I even needed to wash my scalp. So I probably didn't wash my scalp the first time I cut it for like a solid 2 to 3 weeks, which sounds gross when I think about it. But during that time, I was like, oh, I don't have hair. I don't even think about it. And now I've gotten down to a routine, and I acknowledge and I actually massage my scalp, which helps with the soreness, so it doesn't have such like a lack of stimulation. I'm gonna take a drink of my coffee here because I'm thirsty. But yeah, I guess what else is to talk about? I do plan on growing it out. I've had some people ask me that question. It is something I'm going to do. I'm probably going to shave it down to the skin like I did last time, right after my last chemo, which is still going to be in April. Thank goodness. I only have 3 treatments left, and then the possibility of radiation, but we won't know. But I'm going to shave it down one more time and then let it grow out from there. I'm going to try to not color it or cut it for an entire year. I also, on the other end of that, really want a really blonde pixie, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I want to not put heat on it because I want to see kind of how my curls come in, if my hair gets curlier or thicker, or how my hair is going to be. It would be quite interesting to see how it comes in. I'll probably do a video on the stages of that happening too. What else is there? Oh, I went through this mindset where I really regretted shaving it because I still have so much of it left. But then I realized that because I colored it blue and I don't really have much color to my face. Oh, and my eyebrows have fallen out too. I don't really have much eyebrows. That would look very, very dead. very dead. I already feel like a mix between Voldemort and Uncle Fester sometimes. It's a look I'm embracing. It's been fun. Alright, let me know if there's any questions or anything else that anyone wants to know. I'm really open. I could answer anything. I just need you guys to either leave a comment here or let me know on my Instagram. Either one. I think I've linked them now, my YouTube and my Instagram. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to double check. I'm not video savvy. I do not edit my videos. I don't particularly care about if they look fancy or if this is a flattering angle. None of that stuff. I'm just trying to get information across. So yeah, let me know if there's any questions or if there's a video you want to know about. I could do pretty much any topic. Alright, bye-bye.